Hey, it's Chris. So this is my credit score, and getting it to 803 didn't happen overnight. It took a lot of planning and dedication, and okay, I'm kidding. A big reason why I got the credit score is because I know what day of the month to pay my credit card. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can find the perfect date to pay your credit card as well. So you might be asking yourself, why do I even need to know the perfect date to pay my credit card? And I get it. You probably are at least making your minimum payments each month, if not paying the whole credit card off, which is what I totally suggest each month as well. But before I started paying my credit card off on this special day throughout the month, this was my credit score. Which isn't bad, but if you want to boost your credit a sweet 50 or so points, you are going to want to not just pay your card each month, but know when to pay your card each month. But before we get into it, if you don't mind completely demolishing the like button for the YouTube algorithm, because doing so will help other like buttons find a home that they deserve. So save a like button today by making it turn blue. And with that said, let's get into the video. So for me personally, the best time to pay off my credit cards is on the 14th of each month. And here is how I came up with that number. Now, keep in mind that this number is different for everybody, okay? Because your situation is a lot different than what my situation is. So as I go through this, just kind of insert your own circumstance and go from there. And if you do have any other questions, just ask me down in the comments and I'll try my best to help you out. So I have three main credit cards: the Chase Sapphire Reserve, the Chase Freedom Unlimited, and the Chase Ink Business Preferred. Now, I use these three cards to pay everything possible. I mean, if it takes a credit card, I'm using one of these three cards. So each month, they all have balances, usually ranging anywhere from just a couple $100 to over $5,000, depending on the expenses for the month. Now, in the past, I would pay off these credit cards on either the last day of the month or the first day of the following month. But that's just the habit that I kind of got myself into. But what I found out, that was hurting my credit score. So until I started looking up the actual statement cycle dates of each one of those cards. And this is what I found. The Sapphire Reserve statement cycles on the 15th of each month. The Freedom card cycles on the 23rd of each month, and the Ink Preferred card cycles on the 16th of each month. So why are these statement cycle dates important? It's because of this. Whatever balance is on your credit card after the statement cuts is what's going to be reported to the credit card bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. So if you pay down your balances as much as you possibly can before they report to the credit bureaus, you can significantly boost your credit score each month. So in my experience, since I pay off my credit cards each month, when my statement cuts on those cards, they are reporting zero balances, keeping my credit card utilization very, very low. Now, we will get more into what a low credit utilization means and why it's so important in just a moment. So if you want to follow my exact process, then do this. Whether you have one card or you have a few cards, find the day that the statement cuts. You can usually find this by looking at your credit card statement or pulling up your credit card account on your online or on your mobile banking. Once you find that date, make sure that you make your payments on the card prior to that day. So just a little ninja trick here, try doing it a couple of days before to avoid any lag that there might be between you making the payment and the payment actually showing up as paid on the card. So why does paying on this date make such a big difference? Well, it's two words: credit utilization. And if you get nothing else from this video, always remember that one of the biggest impacts on your credit score is your credit utilization. It's so big, in fact, that it makes up like a whopping 30% or so of your final credit score determination. And that is huge because only one other aspect of your credit score determination is that high, and that's your payment history, making sure that you make your payments on time. So since paying your credit card on time and your credit utilization makes 65% of what your credit score is going to be, taking care of these metrics will equal a higher credit score every single time. But usually, when trying to explain credit utilization, Most people get lost and it's a little difficult to understand the concept, but most people tell me that I do break down things pretty well, so I'm gonna give it a try. So imagine you have a credit card with a $1,000 credit limit, and you went out and bought the new PlayStation 5. Your new card balance would be about $400, making your credit utilization 40%. That is bad because you want your utilization to always remain below 30%. In my experience, I like to keep it under 20% if possible. So if you kept your credit utilization that high past your statement cycle date, the credit card company is going to report that you have a 40% utilization on your credit card and your credit score will take a dip. But if your statement cuts on the 5th of each month, and let's just say you get paid on the 1st and you pay off the card, the credit card company will report a big fat 0 for your credit utilization because there's nothing on the card right then. And even if you did not pay the card off in full, the balance being reported would be less than what the credit card company would have normally reported had you not paid it at that point. So for you, this is the perfect time to pay your credit card so that you can get higher credit scores while still making the same payment that you would have always made throughout the month anyway.